So let me ask you one question. Do you feel lonely? Do I feel lonely? No, not necessarily. Yeah, uh, I'll tell you that I don't have a lot of people in my life, but it is my decision. You know, it's not because people don't like me. It just I try to distance myself from other people, and the reason is that a lot of the time I wanna be alone. In fact, I enjoy being alone. So so in many cases, I distance myself away from people, and that way I get to spend time alone, which I know it might not be for everybody because you might enjoy being social, meaning you might enjoy being around your friends and being around your family. But to me, it is the opposite. I love being alone. To me, it brings comfort. It brings me peace. Uh, and also, it has something to do with focus. I feel like I can focus more if I'm alone. Like, I've you know I've done a lot of experiments in regards to it, in regards to my in regards to my focus. And one thing that I've come to realize is that I do better if I'm alone. So to me, being alone is like it's an advantage. It's not a weakness. It's not something that I don't enjoy. So to me, to answer your question, I'll say I enjoy being alone. I don't feel lonely at all. So do you think it is? Do you think it is? So do you think it is possible to judge somebody based on how they look? You cannot judge a person based on their appearance. As the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. So I would say you cannot judge a person based on their appearance. So how do you know, how do you judge a person if not based on their appearance? Well, I think the simple way to do it is you gotta spend enough time with them, because it is really hard to know if somebody is genuine or not when you meet them for the first time, right? You and I, we all try to hide our true intentions, our true feelings, who we actually are when we meet strangers for the first time. So it's the same when you meet somebody is the some like the other person tries to hide who they actually are. So if you wanna really if you wanna really see through them, what you need to do is you need to spend enough time with them. So over time they start to become more open to you. So this way you become closer to them and you start to learn more about them. And then that's when you decide if they're they're good people or bad people. So yeah, I don't think it is I don't think it is easy to know how, like, I think it is easy to I don't think it is easy to judge somebody like based on how they look. You again, you have to spend enough time with them to know who they actually are, because a lot of people are trying to hide who they are. But if you spend enough time with them, over time they will become open to you. They will talk more about them to you. This way you know if they're genuine or not. This way you know if they're bad or they're nice. So it's the time that you need to get to know the other person. Yo. So okay, let me ask you this question. So do you play Minecraft? Do I play Minecraft? No, absolutely not. You know, I find it interesting that a lot of people are into it, because I'm like, really, guys? Is it a game that you play? Because I mean, I don't know about how people get into the game, but I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, no way people play this game. Because it doesn't look good to me. It's like a bunch of blocks. It's like I don't even know what you do in the game. I mean, I sometimes I see little clips here and there on social media. I mean, I don't use social media on YouTube. I see little clips here and there on YouTube, and it's like I don't even watch it. I just come across them, and I'm just surprised that people play the game. I mean, no offense to people who play it. If you play it, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But I just don't understand how people get into it. To me, it's like a mystery. So yeah, the answer is that no, I do not play Minecraft. So, uh, what other what other games do you play? Uh, well, I play Fortnite. I play Fortnite. Really? How do you play it? I thought you can only play it on like PC and well, I have this phone, and you can play it on your mobile phone, but it is it is tricky because the Fortnite is not compatible with any mobile phone. It's like you need to have a specific device, specific phone that supports Fortnite. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to play it. But in general, if you have a very high performance phone, you can. If you have something like that, then you might be able to play it, because I do have high performance phone, so that's why I'm able to play it. So if you do have one of those, then you might be able to play it. So I play Fortnite on my phone. Do you like it? Oh man, I enjoy it. It's I'm gonna say this. I think it is the best game that I've ever played. Period. Because you know there's a lot of reasons I like about it, which I'm not gonna get into. But overall, it is a great game. I like the customer service that they have. The fact that they are always trying to improve the game. That clearly indicates that these people behind the game care about the players. That's one of the things that I like about Fortnite is they do care about the players. They're constantly trying to they're constantly trying to improve their game. So yeah, all in all, I enjoy Fortnite. You know, I play it very very often. I play it very often. So, ha, uh, so have you seen the in game, the Marvel Avengers in game? Have you seen it? No, I have not. Uh, I'm I'm not a fan of Marvel in general. I mean, I like some of their stuff, but overall, I'm not a fan. So I have not seen the in game. So why are you why are you not a fan? Because a lot of people seem to like Marvel. So why don't you like it specifically? Uh, well, I guess I'm not just a fan of their approach to superheroes, honestly, because to me the way they approach superhero is very lighthearted, which I'm not saying they shouldn't. It just I'm I'm more into superheroes that are violent, right? That fights, that punches, like blood, blood, blood all, blood all over the place. I'm into that kind of stuff. I'm not into just light-hearted comedy style of superhero. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like, or I'm not a fan of Marvel. Or I'm not a not a fan of I'm not a fan of Marvel. Okay. So how do you how do you personally find happiness in your life? Well, to me, happiness. To me, I don't. I tr- I try my life not not to center around happiness, because if you think about happiness all the time, it's just gonna make you miserable. I feel like happiness is sort of a drug, right? When you use drug, you're always hoping for the pleasure. So I feel like happiness is the same. People who care about happiness so much, everything they do, all they could think about is getting happiness out of what they do. But life is life is not that simple, right? A lot of the things you do, you're not going to get happiness out of it. So and also happiness is very short term. You can only be happy for a few moments, and then that's it. You're got, and then you're back to being normal. And it's like this. So not I try not to base my life around happiness. And I don't like happiness. I mean, what's even the point of happiness? So if you're happy, so what? I feel like there's no point to it. Life is hard and it should be hard. You shouldn't be happy all the time, and no one is going to be happy all the time. So I don't think about happiness quite often. I feel like I like suffering. I like sadness because it makes me a better person. I like I like my life to be hard, and so yeah, that's how I live my life. And I think you shouldn't base your life around happiness too, because if you base if you because if you base your life around happiness, all you would think about is happiness. How would I get happiness out of the things that I do? This will always be the case, and it's gonna become a problem the more you do it, because all you could think about is happiness. How do I get happiness out of this? How do I get happiness out of doing that? How do I get happiness out of doing this? So all you could think about is happiness, happiness, happiness. So yeah, the answer to the question is that no, I don't believe in happiness, and not to I try not to base my life around happiness. Okay, let's do one more question. No way. So, how do you feel about gay marriage? Mm, well, no, I think people can make their own decisions. If you're gay and you wanna get married to a guy, that's fine. It's your choice. But hopefully you get happiness out of it. Hopefully it doesn't bring misery to your life, because a lot of people regret about it. Right? Not It's not always a happy ending. Some people think they make a right decision, and then a few years later they realize that like it is making them miserable. So doing if you feel like this can make you happy, then Just do it. Why not? So yeah, that's overall what I think of gay marriage. If you feel like if you get married to another guy and you think that it's gonna bring you joy and happiness into your life, do it. I have no obligation. I have no objection. Okay. And with that, that's all for this video, and I'll see you guys again. Take care, and with that, signing off from this virtual world, and bye.